Hi everybody. In this video, we'll learn 8 tips for using Excel spreadsheet. Number 1, copy a tab. So in my spreadsheet, I have this template tab that I want to duplicate or copy. So I'm going to right click and click on copy. Now I want this tab to stay in the same book. So I have my template one selected. Now I'm going to click this create a copy and click OK. So here's my copy. It's a number 2. Now I want to rename it. So here's tip number 2, renaming a tab. So right click, rename, and then I'm going to give it a name of my student. Enter, and there we go. Tip number 3, rearranging tabs. So I don't want this tab here. I want to keep my template tab at the beginning. So I'm just going to left click and drag it to where I want it. Tip number 4, color code. So again, it's a right click, tab color, and I can select whatever color I want that to be. This would be handy if I'm sorting students by school, and I want all the students at a particular school to be one color. Tip number 5, delete a tab. Say I have these extra tabs that I don't want. I'm just going to right click, go up here to delete. It will ask me to confirm the deletion. Well, it did it without confirming. That's because there was no data on the sheet. If I try to delete one that has data, then it asks me if I want to permanently delete. Tip number 6, archiving data sheets on OneDrive. One thing about Microsoft is it auto archives any files that you're working with using OneDrive. So I can find all my files here if I click File, and you can see all the Excel files I've been working on are right here. This is recent, or if the one I'm looking for doesn't show up, I can click over here to open and check different sites and find any Excel file I want. So it's auto archived. Tip number 7, organizing data sheets for daily access at various schools. My tip for this is to name your files by the school. So if I want to go back here and open a file and say I want to take this one and I'm going to come over here and save a copy. I'm going to select the file and I'm going to give it the name I want. And up here it tells me where it's going to be, which file folder it's going to be in. And I could just do SLP Newman. So that would be all the students that I am working with at Newman. Then I'm going to click Save, and it goes into that folder. Finally, tip number 7. I mean 8. Sharing data sheets with teachers. So when I want to share something about Betty Rubble, I am not going to share my whole sheet. I'm just going to share about Betty Rubble. So I'm going to select that, right click, and go to copy. Now this is going to be a little different than we did before. We want to put it in a new book. So up here, we're going to select new book. And then we're going to click create a copy, click OK. So you can see it created a whole new book called Book 1, and it only has Betty Rubble's information. So what I want to do, because I don't want it to be called Book 1, I want it to be called Betty. So I'm going to come up here and click on Save and give it a name. And then I'm going to pick where I want it. So where do I want that file to go? I'm going to pick this folder. And we're going to save. It says it doesn't like that, so we'll try again. We'll go this way. It says it already exists. We're going to replace it. That's because it didn't accept that Book 1. Anyway, that's how you would save it. Then you go into your file folder and retrieve it. Thanks for watching. Bye.